Long ago and far away, in a time and place unknown today, there lived a lad without a friend. He was tall and awkward. His name was Ben. To say he was friendless was not true as such, but unfortunately, Ben believed just as much. There were those around him who loved him so, but just how much he could not know. You see, Ben was different. He did not fit in. A bit too tall, a bit too thin, with a big round head and a crooked smile, and a haircut ages out of style. But what most gave him cause to cry was that his voice was much too high. Now, who's to say and who's to know whose voice is high and whose is low? It's just a voice, yet some would joke. It sounds like a birdie when he spoke. Some folks were cruel and mean in town. They'd make up names to bring him down, like Baby Ben or Girly Boy or Wind Chime Kid or Squeaky Toy. It was horrible the things they'd say, from early morn to the end of day. From beginning to end and end to start, he stored them all inside his heart. And this went on for years and years. Through all the pain and all the tears, it got so he'd no longer cry because, you see, his eyes ran dry. As if that weren't yet quite enough, as he'd try and tried, it just seemed tough, but other faults of his were found, and they continued to tear him down. Your face is funny, your knees hang low, your legs are bowed, you run too slow, your haircut's silly, your shirt looks worn, your bike's too old, your pants are torn, your family's crazy, you smell like cow, you've only got one dumb eyebrow. They'd say their list again and again, because you see, they did not know Ben. Not all the kids said this mean stuff. It was just a few, but that's enough. Enough to believe he was no good, and doomed to stay misunderstood. So as he grew and needed work, having believed he was just a jerk, he sought the nastiest thing to do, and got a job on Tim's junk crew. Tim owned a dump yard full of trash, with burning tires and falling ash. These were no rusty classic cars or shiny parts in mayonnaise jars. Not this here dump, this place would reek of rotting food forgot last week. And through the pile he would sort to separate piles, then report. Today I found 8 pounds of food, broken bits of inner tube, a bent-up bike, a bowling shoe, and a piece of gum unfit to chew. He worked all day, waist deep in muck, as he could not keep up with the truck. All day he'd work, it took a toll. His only helper, Pitch, the troll. Pitch was quite a helpful guy. He'd stack up garbage to the sky. Then with one mighty well-placed kick, it all landed in its piles quick. He worked real hard, he'd always smile. Ben grew to like him upon a while. One morning as they worked away, old Pitch asked Ben, "What's wrong today? You do not smile, your face is long. Tell me, please, Ben, what is wrong?" Now normally he would not share, but Ben suspected Pitch might care. And since the troll had lent an ear, Ben replied, "It's like this here. I'm told I'm different. I do not fit in. A bit too tall, a bit too thin, with a big round head and a crooked smile, and a haircut ages out of style. And worst of all," as he stopped to sigh, "is that my voice is far too high." Pitch said, "Oh, these words are so unkind. Like many words in life I find, that people say which hurt us so, and we find hard to let 'em go. We store away, try to ignore, but deep into our hearts they bore. We then believe the things we've heard, every mean and nasty word. The worst part is that it's not true. So here's a thing for you to do. What is it for you that brings delight? What makes your spirits launch in flight? What makes you thankful, makes you glad, makes you cheer up when you're sad? What is it, Ben, that you do that makes you happy to be you?" But Ben got sadder even still, and digging deep he found the will to tell the troll a secret thing. "My favorite thing to do is sing. But oh, my voice is much too high, and wretched squeaky though I try. I love to sing, it floods my soul, it lifts my spirits, makes me whole. But no one likes me, not a one. I don't deserve a life that's fun." At this, the wise old troll replied, "Come to my home. Come on, inside." As they went, Pitch the troll explained how his life, though different, was much the same. When Pitch was smaller, some things were spoken. They ripped out his heart and left it broken. Folks said he was fat and had big ears, and an ugly face that shattered mirrors. His arms were too big, his clothes weren't quite right, and all things considered, he was truly a fright. But all this didn't matter to him anymore. In fact, he'd forgotten the pain from before. An old wise friend had asked him a question that helped him to see that he too was special, as Ben, you, or me. What is it for you that brings delight? What makes your spirit launch in flight? What makes you thankful, makes you glad, makes you cheer up when you're sad? What is it, Pitch, that you can do that makes you happy to be you? The answer to that question was as clear as could be. I'd play the piano for an hour or 3. It's then I remember I'm fearfully made. I've been given a gift. Heck, sometimes I get paid. So Pitch played his piano, the jazz sounded sweet. It didn't take long till Ben picked up the beat. And so Ben sang along and it sounded like heaven. Pitch played for 3 hours, and Ben sang for 7. So recall when you're down that you have been made by someone who loves you. So don't be afraid. Use the gift that he gave you to help someone along, whether jazz tunes, simply listening, or singing a song.